Morning everybody, welcome to our coffee morning. I'm talking about holidays today, in fact holidays and holy days. When you hear the word holiday, what I wonder are the thoughts that come to the fore? Do pictures of sunny beaches and comfortable hotels spring to mind? Or maybe glorious countryside, lakes and mountains and distant foreign shores halfway across the world? Or maybe a bit of peace and quiet in your own back garden, free from pressures of work and the drudgery and congested daily journeys, so often necessary these days. All of these things and many others are what we think of as holidays, are as much part of modern life. So much so that it'd be hard to think of them as anything other than a fully integrated part of our day-to-day experiences. But like so many other things, they are a comparatively recent phenomenon, at least in the way we tend to think of them today. You only need to think back to the days when we were still in black and white, when holiday for most working people, at least in this part of the world, meant a fortnight off midsummer and a coach trip or two to the seaside, an excursion by special train, maybe to Barry or Porthcawl or Aberafan. Exotic fare indeed. But this was not the case for everyone, and plenty went up country to stay with family who still lived in the beautiful countryside, as yet untouched by heavy industries. A couple of weeks, not governed by the rigours of your job, time to spend with family and friends or in glorious solitude, peace and quiet, unsullied by the racket of the usual daily grind. And that is the whole point of a holiday, a time for doing something different, and an opportunity for a complete change. I expect we can identify with those who have busy and energetic workloads and look forward to days of relaxed and tranquility as a balance. Equally, those with more sedentary employment may choose to seek out adventure and more rigorous activity. So when did holidays start? Well, go back to the book of Genesis, the first of the Old Testament. It tells us that when God created the world, he took 6 days and then rested on the seventh. This was the first holiday, of course, that set a pattern for us that we still observe. It certainly makes a lot of sense to take time of rest between periods of work and keep that day holy. Our Christian calendar has many holy days that commemorate events, and we've recently celebrated the most holy of all and spent time in remembrance. I don't know when holy days became holidays, but they've continued to be the blessing most of us still enjoy. Even those of us who are retired find we benefit from that break in our everyday lives. A change is as good as rest, they used to say. But it is the rest bit that appeals to most, I'm sure. This past year has been difficult in so many ways that I can't begin to number them. But the forced changes to our lives have included for an unprecedented period of disruption that has the superficial appearance of holiday. That is, time off work, separation from friends and family. But as time went by, it must have dawned on us that time we fit in between holidays, the everyday work bit, is what gives value to the holiday in the same way holy days are an essential and integrated part of our lives to reflect and commemorate and give value to the other part of our lives. So when it is once again possible to engage in whatever sort of holiday suits us, it's up to us to make sure that we use it as the blessing it is, especially if you are one of those great people who've been keeping us safe, fed and watered through these difficult times. So enjoy your coffee and cake, this lovely spring weather, and for a friend.